There is no shortage of starships to choose from in No Man's Sky. In fact, it's pretty much unlimited. They can come in all different kinds of styles and colors, but what it comes down to is there's only a few types of starships, and that's what we're going to talk about today. This is basically a beginner's guide, but even if you're not a beginner, you might learn something, so maybe hang around and watch the video. So we're going to go over the different types of ships you can get and what is the best ship. The first thing I'm going to tell you guys is there is no best ship in No Man's Sky. There's not like some ultimate secret ship that's better than anything else and has better stats. The best ship is going to be what's best for you and what you like to fly. Because they can all be upgraded to a pretty good, pretty good numbers. So let's go over some of the types of ships we have. In this station alone, we got 3 explorer ships. So explorers they look like this, but they can also look like this and this. And the main benefit of the explorer is these have a really good hyperdrive. You can find these in Korvac systems. You'll find the most of these if you're looking for an explorer. So you can push the hyperdrives in the explorer pretty far. Now over here we have a hauler. Haulers used to have the benefit of having a lot of storage, but now you can unlock storage in your ships to, fully match what a hauler could be. So no real benefit there. I mean, if you like the big ships and that's your style, go with a hauler. Okay, and you got your shuttles. Shuttles look boxy usually, or kind of tube-ish like this one here. Now these ships, in my opinion, I don't like them. I've tried upgrading them to the maximum, but not for me. I don't know if these have any kind of secret benefit to them. I don't think they do, but I had a really hard time. Some ships, like shuttles, haulers, they're going to be harder to push that hyperdrive range and maneuverability. And those, to me, are the 2 most important stats. Okay, now we got fighters. And there are many, many, many different types of awesome fighters you can get in No Man's Sky. Now, these are going to be, put out the most damage potential. And these can be upgraded so you can have a good hyperdrive and get good maneuverability on them. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at my fleet now, and I'm going to kind of explain each ship, what I did to upgrade it, and, why I like it. Okay, and here's my fleet. Now, I really like fighters, so I have 3 of them. This is the Vamana Snowspeeder here. That's a Snowspeeder style fighter. This is the Blazing Yoda. This is what we call a Droid Rasa fighter. This is the Gold Vector. Now, this is a ship that a lot of people in the game have because this was a reward for Expedition 1, the very first expedition we ever had. And that's the only way to get it. So, unless they run that expedition again, you can't get this ship anymore. Now, exotic ships like this are pretty much my favorite. I feel like you could really push the hyperdrive really big on this. We could look at some numbers here. Now, we might not have the biggest damage potential in the world on this ship, but this ship will take out any pirates super easy. The shields are fine. And as you can see, the hyperdrive and maneuverability are huge. Because one thing you need to know with starships, guys, is you can keep upgrading and upgrading and upgrading. Like, I got these X-Class modules. If I find some more X-Class modules, I might find ones that roll with better numbers than these. So you can just keep upgrading and upgrading. And that's what I've done with this ship. I've had this one for a long time. Okay, and here we have the living ship. Now, the living ship, for those who don't know, this was its own expansion, or its own update. So in order to get a living ship, you have to do a mission. And to start that mission, you have to buy a void egg in the space anomaly with Quicksilver. and that void egg will set off the mission you need to do, and you will get a free living ship at the end of that mission. Living ships, though, do have a few downsides to them. One of them is you can't put any scanners on them. Now, scanners are very important because you need to have the economy scanner and the conflict scanner, and I'll get into that in a minute. But the living ship has no ability to have those. Now, this is full upgraded as I could get it, and I could not push this number higher than this. The hyperdrive's acceptable, that's not terrible, but the maneuverability is really bad on this, so I really don't like flying it that much. Some people love these. Also, I should mention about the living ship is you can't easily open all this space. This was actually done with a kind of bug that is not in the game anymore. You used to need 2 players to do it. Okay, so now you may be saying, hey Zoo, how do you find all these awesome ships? Well, I'm going to tell you, and there's a lot of ways actually. Now first, if you want to find them on your own, you will need to have the economy scanner, and the conflict scanner is helpful too. So ships come from C class to S class. So S being the best, C being the worst. So if you want to hunt for S-class ships, what you want to be doing is spending your time in 3-star systems like this. See how that has 3 stars next to the economy? That means it's a rich system. And these systems have a 2% chance of spawning the S-class version of a ship, while a 2-star system only has a 1% chance, and a 1-star system has no chance of spawning an S-class ship. What you want to be doing if you're hunting for exotics and S-class ships is hitting these 3-star systems. But there's easier ways than that, because many people out there actually go ship hunting, collect ships, and then post their coordinates online. So a couple great resources for that. The No Man's Sky coordinate exchange on Reddit has loads of ships to choose from, and you can get the portal glyphs and just portal out there. If you don't know what portals are, check the link in the description. Also, there's a number of fantastic discords out there where people share their ship finds. So if you're looking for a specific ship, like for me, I wanted this green snowspeeder. I didn't find this on my own. So, someone in my community found this for me. Shout out Coco Belly Bob. Found this. They gave me the coordinates, and I went and got the ship. So a lot of times you don't have to find it yourself. I mean, they're already online, and there's so many to look for. So if you say you wanted a red heavy fighter, that's what you'd search: red heavy fighter Reddit or something like that, and you're probably gonna find one. And then you just take the glyphs out there, and you get the ship. So, to recap, you have fighters, you have haulers, you have shuttles, you have explorers, you have exotics, and you have living ships. So, all those ships, though, come in many variations. But those are the ship types, but they come in many different variations and styles. Even the living ships, each one of them, is going to look a little different. They're going to have different colors, that kind of thing. That's the basics of starships. What I would suggest you take the most out of this video is there is no best ship. There's not a best ship that just comes awesome. And another thing you really need to know is when you do get that S-class ship, it's not going to be like this. It's not going to be fully unlocked and have all this stuff in here. You're going to have to pay to unlock this, and usually it's going to cost you about 1 billion units to fully unlock an S-class ship. So that's something to keep in mind too. It's not cheap. It could be an ongoing process to fully upgrade an S-class ship. So don't think just once you get the S-class, that's the end of it, because you still got work to do. But that is really the basics of starships. I say fly what you like. You like haulers, you like shuttles, fly them. Not gonna make too much of a difference. I mean, if you're like me and like to push big numbers, then you know, you're gonna want to stay away from haulers and shuttles, and you know, go with like an exotic or an explorer and try and push that hyperdrive as far as it can go. You know, if you don't really like this ship, I fly a lot, and it's not even 2,000 hyperdrive, but that's where it's at is plenty. So you know, I fly my exotic when I feel like that has a much bigger hyperdrive, so I can jump a lot further. But again, it's not that big a deal. I mean, both are good. So you can, like I said, just keep upgrading and upgrading the ships as you have them. You can always throw new modules on them, because like I said, each module, they're not going to be the same. Whenever you get like an S-class module, like this one's 239 light years, I could buy another S-class module somewhere else that might be 245. So you can always keep upgrading. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope it explained the starships of No Man's Sky. I enjoy these quite a bit. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. If you like this, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I'd really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.